What's up, guys? James here. Welcome back to NBA 2K21. Do I want to go deep right this now? We're going to play against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Can't wait to do it.
22.
Game time. Let's do it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. A sharp, infinite-looking Raptors team coming down the tunnel earlier. We'll see if that confidence carries over onto their home floor.
Yeah. Up and down. Ready to
Terrific
ball.
shot of Nathan Phillips Square here in downtown Toronto.
We're ready to ball. We're 21-12. Oklahoma City is 11 and
Sports, we have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin and Guy.
Thanks, David. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. We've got Brown. Williams is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the... And for the Raptors, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Young is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Birch in at the 5, roaming the paint. You know, at this point of the year, what's the main thing Brent, a head coach, has to do to keep his team focused for the second half of the season?
I think at this point, the foundation that you've laid should be there. So now what you try to do is schematically, maybe you go through some different defensive coverages and try some different combinations of players to make sure that guys can make that adaptability quick enough that if that becomes part of a playoff scheme, you're ready for it.
And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Misses the 3. Young finds Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
Yeah, what a display of quickness there. If you need to get out and run, Siakam's your guy.
About a minute played so far here in the first. And Champ gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Raptors on defense. 4-point game. Here's Dort, covered by VanVleet. 4 on the shot clock. Dort misses.
Come on, Dort.
Last outing for Toronto, they won that game against the Celtics. Anunoby kicks to VanVleet. Now, here's Siakam. Defense is right there.
That's a surprise.
I guess it didn't save, huh?
This is not right up on.
I was saying that
Williams passes to Brown.
Come on, Brown.
And it's Toronto with the rebound. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
Where am I going?
If I had a calendar, I would have circled this one.
I don't know
but I love it when they get together. Last year, they split the 2 games between them, and I'll bet their battles are just as tightly contested this year.
Toronto shooting their first free throw tonight.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Thunder have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And just miss after miss right now.
They're trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game. Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Oh, finally now you
Alexander
score.
comes at you in a lot of ways. There's floaters and pull-ups and drives. Pretty gifted offensive player.
A couple years ago, after making all-rookie second team, we knew Gilgeous-Alexander was good. But, Greg, last season he went from good to great.
I mean, how about almost doubling his scoring average became a tremendous rebounder out of the backcourt. He gives you assists and picks up steals as well. Once he gains more strength, this guy could be a perennial all-star.
And the Raptors with the ball, following the score by Oklahoma City. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He gets that one. Siakam's got his second bucket.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Thunder trailing by 7. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Brown. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
Ooh, no layups right there for SGA, up to the rim.
Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
What a slam.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. A floater, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Coaches love Gilgeous-Alexander, and the way that he's working, he's...
Okay. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Raptors leading by 21. On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Paladon is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Bradley, and it's Bazley in at the 3 slot. The kick out to Young. Drills the three-pointer. Young's got 5.
Well, in shoe news, we saw that Junior signed on with one of the heavy hitters. A big moment for him as he becomes a member of the Nike team.
Nike marketing must have made a great presentation, Greg, to land Junior. Great to see a player like Junior continue to work hard and get his own shoe deal. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Champ, in their last matchup against the Celtics, put on a show. He contributed 31 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. The stat line was filled, and the whole league was talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Young passes to Anunoby.
Look at that.
That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 4 assists in the game.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Young against Gilgeous-Alexander. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in.
Okay.
11 points in the game.
Domination.
Gilgeous-Alexander, skilled and athletic, and that time hits the offensive glass.
And he hits it and gets hit on the play. A 3-point possibility.
And one chance.
Assists like that have typified their effort today.
And one chance, and I got the and
The
one,
Raptors have
baby.
hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Outside Bradley. Gilgeous-Alexander against Young. Tries it from 19.
Oh, no, it's it.
And the pass to Paladon. 6 to shoot. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And he comes up with the deuce.
Really going for 3 on
Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 this quarter.
And how about the firing of that shot off with Gilgeous-Alexander not hesitating one bit.
Young passes to Van Vliet. Pass to Baines. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Good on the 3-point shot. Van Vliet's got 8.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Here's Bazley. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Van Vliet looking around.
Why?
A dunk by Young. And even though it's still far away, Greg, all-star speculation has begun. Many are saying that Junior has a good look at making the team.
If the game was tomorrow, I would have him on the roster. You can't deny that he's played like an all-star recently. Anything can happen, but he's definitely in the conversation.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from three and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having a guard at the three-point line.
Van Vliet outside. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points in the quarter.
SGA on the inside, a nice finish and a strong one.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Young. Here's Van Vliet. 11 points for him in that last game against the Celtics in Boston. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Here's Bazley. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 18 points in the game.
These are the type of games for Gilgeous-Alexander where the promise of his future looks incredibly bright.
Toronto calls timeout. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Williams is checked in, and the shot will not go from Anunoby. Thunder coming to this one after the win against the Charlotte Hornets. Here's Bazley, and a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. He's got 10.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Van Vliet passes to Boucher. Back to Van Vliet. And again, unable to change momentum here. Thunder trailing by 19. Pass to Melodon. From downtown, Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12 now in this quarter.
More and more promise here as a jump shooter, as Gilgeous-Alexander has a solid three-point shot.
And it's
every time you're going to make me do this.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Now, here's Melodon. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Hornets in Charlotte. From 10 feet out, that shot no good. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. Thunder trailing by 18. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Got a hand on it. Pass to Melodon. Launches a three. Boucher with the rebound.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting. Baines
with no one around. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Baines has got 10. 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter. A nice efficient 50%. To the paint, here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, no.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Toronto leading by 18. Young dishes to Baines. Down low. And it's Young. That time on the assist from Van Vliet. 14 points for Champ.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Greg, the NBA under Adam Silver has been aggressive looking for ways to enhance the product and attract fans. Where do you fall on that point? Push the envelope or don't rock the boat or maybe somewhere in between?
Let's see.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Kyle, a good first half for you all. How do you continue that for the rest of the game?
We got to come out with our energy. We're going to come out and play our game and keep going out there and pushing our defense and everybody.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
All right. Let's look at the stats here. 100 free throw percentage. B. I'm doing really good. I haven't missed yet. Let's keep it that way, shall we?
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second.
Okay.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Fred Van Vliet out there with Young. And it's Birch in at the 5. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half.
I knew what you're doing.
With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
Well, he's been carrying them all night on offense, but at some point, he's going to need some help.
Van Vliet passes to Young. Anunoby has the open look.
Hello.
Paxson coming off the assist from Young. Young's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Oklahoma City shooting at 50% in a decent groove.
I didn't mind more offense than that.
Here's Dort, covered by Van Vliet. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Shoots over Van Vliet. 2 points. That one goes. Williams has got his second basket of the night.
And I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander knows that this is an assist play in the making.
Bam,
the open man.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And here are the Thunder now.
I was trying to be
Greg
fancy,
Pascal
but didn't work
Siakam won most improved player in the league in 2019, and as we've talked about, had a case for it again in the 2020 voting.
I tell you, Siakam's play jumped so much again. He deserved the recognition. He continued to press himself to be an elite forward. Rare for a former MIP winner to even be considered for the award more than once.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
Young finds Siakam. Back to Young. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Toronto shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
What are you?
Stolen. Here's Young. Oh,
bam! One-hander, baby.
Excellent on both ends.
One-hander, baby.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And Dort gets it to go.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
I'll give you a pick.
Van Vliet outside. Back to Young. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. And that's 21 points for Champ.
I just ain't missing.
You can tell right now the teammates are scanning the floor to find him and feed him. Why not? He's on it right now.
Kicks to Williams. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, God.
Yep, it counts. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 32 points. Raptors have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Virtu's shot's good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you.
Siakam, finish it.
And they pick up 2. Siakam's got 13.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well, I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple Finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you. And Toronto making a change here. Boucher is checked in. The Thunder also changing it up. Baisley's checked in. And Maladon subbed in for Kenrich Williams. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Siakam. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 5 assists tonight.
You gotta trust your teammate.
High-energy wing with a solid all-around skill set. Siakam is developing into a quality go-to scorer.
I'm on him.
Pass to Maladon. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 8.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Van Vliet passes to Young. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 23 points for Champ.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Here's Baisley. Boucher defending.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
To the inside, Young. And
Bam,
with
baby.
the stuff.
Now flying high and throwing it down,
Throw down
with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Brown.
You ain't. So you gotta be kidding me.
Here's Baisley. He's got 12.
You gotta be kidding me. What do you think you do?
Back to Brown.
What are you gonna
it's
do?
deflected. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
They're pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Bradley's checked in for Brown. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And
we're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Passes it to Young. Young is double. Here's Anunoby.
Anunoby finish it.
The shot misses. Some solid defense from Brown. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. So the Thunder 5 right now. They've got Maladon. Also, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander out there. Williams is out there with Brown. And it's Roby in at the 4 spot.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing. And
you asked for it.
Some effort got burned on that one.
A lot of big decisions have fallen on Adam Silver's shoulders, the commissioner of the NBA. And Greg, I think you and I agree by all accounts he has succeeded with flying colors. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
No doubt about it. I mean, I don't know that you could have had a better person for the times. Adam Silver is to be commended, but I think also appreciated, not just from the players and the owners, but I think our fans should also appreciate who he is as a person. I've often said that commissioners typically work for the owners. He's the one commissioner, no matter the sport, that I've always felt like was a partner of the players as well.
You pass too much.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. Pass to Maledon.
You pass too much.
Five on the clock. The kick out to Brown. Offline with his 3.
See?
The Raptors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter.
Siakam, finish it.
And a wide open look for Siakam.
Finish it.
That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
This.
Young's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. There's the pass to Pokusevski. He doesn't hit that one.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
What?
And that one, good.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
It's good.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Take over.
Siakam outside. He kicks to Hayes. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Young is double. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Anunoby finds Young. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Theo Maledon picks one up. We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower-tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
And Champ gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal, and he needs to stay aggressive out there. So going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
Shot clock at 6. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Here's Hayes, and it's the Raptors' ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Young dishes to Hayes. Back to Young. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You have to foul me because you thought I was going to go for a dunk.
On the defense in the second half.
You thought I was going to go for a dunk.
And
so you have to foul me.
He misses the free throw. On the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg, the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like to see it.
Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
Watching the line there, that'll be a backcourt violation.
Shit.
Well, he played a seamless first half, but in the second half, some poor decisions right here. He continues to throw the ball away.
Bembry's checked in for Hayes.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here. And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Here's Bembry. Drops in the layup for two. Bembry's got his first 2 points.
Now they're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
They double him with Siakam. There's Brown with the three. They get it again. Off target at the rim.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
You know, you look at the 2020 class for the Basketball Hall of Fame, Greg, some great names, headlined by Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. I mean, historic players.
And all the more emotional, Kevin, having Kobe enshrined after his tragic passing. But when you look at the accomplishments of this class, arguably the most decorated that the Hall of Fame has ever seen.
And Greg, you've gotten a bird's eye view, you've gotten a front court view, you've had a chance to be alongside these Hall of Fame players.
Incredible talent, great people, and truly they've been terrific ambassadors for our game. All the officials are all over that one.
That one misses. Oklahoma City's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Pass to Layman. Now here's Melodon. And finished off by Brown.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously he can when necessary, but not that time. Passes it to Bembry. Back to Young. Siakam left side. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Young is double.
You're trying to double team me, and I got the space.
Young's got 10 points in the quarter.
Why?
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
This one for three. Drains the three-pointer.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Thunder with the rebound.
Finally a miss. Finally out of field goal miss.
And here is Melodon.
But that was a perfect run. Almost a perfect run.
Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some teams resting healthy players, even ones out of the playoff hunt. And they got fined. But is the amount, which I think is about $25,000, is that enough to discourage that tactic?
You know, I don't think it is. Not when team revenues are measured in the hundreds of millions. You got to do more to keep them honest. But by the same token, you know, if I got $100-200 million invested in a guy, I want to protect my investment. And so if I can rest them here or there and prolong their career, I think my organization's all the better for it.
Just passed it.
And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. Here's Melodon. It's on target from the high post. Melodon's got 14 points here in the second half. The Raptors have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Inside.
Again, double.
And the dunk by Bane.
Too bad.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Too bad.
Melodon passes to Brown. To the left wing.
No.
Now the pass to Layman. Shoots over Baines. Again, the Thunder score.
Okay, still you get it.
1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Young passes to Siakam. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say, they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys work back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true. Really left alone that time.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Raptors.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Champ.
Now, with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
Back to Young. And that one, good. Young
got 43
points.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and
Done.
that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight, dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
Look at my stats. I went 17 to 20 in field goals. 8 free throws out of 13. 1 3-point attempt. 1. That was the beginning. 2 turnovers, 5 fouls, whatever. But I kept it. 43 points, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, and 13 assists.
This game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helped, and the execution was flawless.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next.
I mean, I played that was ridiculous. I mean, good. At the taxi, see anything coming up? Nope. Look at my social media. Just one game, but it's just one game. But looks like a beast out there. Feeling lucky that I got to root for this team. Putting points on the board. They were going out of style, and of course the Raptors win. Woo! It's gonna be the most popular guy in the Raptors on the bus tonight after those 13 dimes. It's scared of you. And don't bring that weak stuff in here. Oh my god. Go for the 31. They're too excited. Anyway, next game.
Terrific shot of Nathan Phillips Square here in downtown Toronto. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
I suggest a time. Cavaliers 12-21. I suggest 22-12.
Now let's send it down to David.
Kevin, thanks.
Thanks, David. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Larry Nance out there with Kevin Love. And it's Allen in at the center. And for the Raptors, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Young is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Baines in at the 5 down low. Well, for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
Kev, you know, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future.
Here's Garland. Following the basket by Pascal Siakam. It's the mark. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know what? That's all about hustle and a nose for the basketball. Tremendous job on the offensive glass by Jarrett Allen.
Kicks it out to Siakam. It's Young on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, we're talking about a tough individual competitor in Pascal Siakam. He goes right at the defense.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And all you need to do is see his free throw percentage, guys. 90 for the season to know what kind of year he's having.
Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Allen kicks to Love. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Back to Allen. Out left to the wing. And stolen by Siakam. Young left side. Baines dishes to Young. Toronto working the ball around now. To the middle. That one's not going to go.
Come on, bro.
Cavaliers go the other way with it. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, torrid shooting in that one. Some of it was good play calling. Some of it was just making tough shots.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
That one drops for him.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now, here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against Minnesota.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Puts it up there for Siakam. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, there's elite athleticism by Pascal Siakam. Makes that easy work.
Last game for the Raptors, they picked up the W against Oklahoma City.
And, you know, they played a terrific all-around game. The effort level was there as well as the production.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
Now, here is Young after Colin Sexton's miss. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Here's Allen. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
You like Allen to keep his concentration, refuses to let the defense outmuscle or outwork him.
Young passes to Siakam. Back to Young. Passes to Baines. It's stolen by Nance. Sexton against Anunoby. Sexton with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Clock at 4. Back to Nance. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Raptors.
And Larry Nance Jr., son of former NBA great Larry Nance, like his father, Larry Jr. plays well above the rim.
Greg, this is a young guy who can go over you, through you, and when he's airborne, this is one of the scariest players to challenge at the rim.
Here's Sexton, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Okay, Jarrett Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
Van Vliet, right side. Banked in off the glass.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Sexton on the wing, covered by Van Vliet. The wide open look here for Garland. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. And it's blocked.
And this is what Nance Jr. is capable of. Send it back.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Now, here's Sexton. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. From outside the arc, the rebound by Young.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And here is Van Vliet. We saw him with 10 points last game. Back to Young. Stolen by
come on, bro.
Floats one. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. The pass to Windler. Sexton against Van Vliet.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
On the court for Cleveland, they've got Sexton. Kevin Love out there with Allen. And it's Nance. And it's Windler in at the shooting guard.
Well, OG Anunoby is just continuing to add to his skill set. Nice finish on the interior.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Champ in their last matchup against the Thunder was outstanding. He ended up with 43 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
Here's Sexton following the basket by Fred Van Vliet.
What are you doing?
Young finds Baines. Raptors moving the ball around.
Never mind. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good.
Love at the elbow. And the dunk by Love.
It always helps to have a big who is willing to find open teammates. Larry Nance proving how unselfish he can be.
Here's Siakam. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
I got to start getting some points on board.
3 for 3 at the line tonight.
I think, guys, maybe what you appreciate most about Pascal Siakam is his versatility. He can score from a number of areas. He can guard multiple positions. There is a lot to like about this young man.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Windler with the bucket.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammates. Sexton is a quality floor general.
One-on-one here. Looking to get back on track here. And he dunks it down.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Van Vliet passes to Young.
Hello.
Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Young's got his second basket of the game.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Fred Van Vliet. This guy is so good recognizing when his teammates are open.
Sexton against Van Vliet. Sexton kicks to Nance. Love dishes to Nance. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Sexton. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Sexton's got 6.
Well, Sexton showing that he's more than just a jump shooter. Very comfortable on the interior against size.
Pass to Van Vliet. Baines high post. He's against Allen. Baines passes to Young. The Raptors need to get a shot up. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
Yeah, and in winning that last game, they attacked the basket aggressively, drew a lot of fouls in that game.
2 things are a product of that. 1, you shoot a ton of freebies. 2, the other team goes deep into its rotation. Neither one of those 2 things is going to work.
And here are the Raptors now, following the score by Cleveland. Young.
There we go.
And he lays it straight in. And that's now 6 points for Champ.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Sexton the pass to Allen. Here's Windler. No good with the triple. Raptors leading by 5. And here they go. And it's sent back by Allen.
This guy is a sensational shot blocker. Jared Allen twice on the pipes.
Windler with the bucket.
You know, if you want any chance of contesting that shot, you have got to put a bigger defender on him.
Now, here's Siakam. He's coming off a 22-point game against Oklahoma City. And that one drops for him. He's got 12.
Pascal Siakam, the efficiency, the willingness to go ahead and pile up some points. Nicely done here.
So, timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Hayes, he's checked in.
And I was checked off.
And so that brings the first half to a close. It's the Raptors. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets.
Right, number 1 in steals. 6 plus 2 rebounds, 2 assists. I need work on this. Am I going out to get triple-double?
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been quite a game for Colin Sexton.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So the Raptors 5 right now. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Right, Van Vliet out there with Young. And it's Baines in at the 5.
How about the soft touch on the floater from Colin Sexton? You must have that in your arsenal.
Love against Siakam.
Nice.
And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Good on the bucket.
Yeah.
And now an 11-point Raptor lead.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Sexton with the bounce pass.
Oh, no.
And it's good. 2 points. Love's got his second basket of the night.
We know this about Kevin Love. Contact will not deter him.
I mean, the improvement that we've seen from Siakam, it's like nothing else I've ever seen. He's a huge reason for the success of this Raptors team.
Greg, in 2 short years, this guy triples his output from the floor. He goes from a guy who was getting spot minutes, couldn't really get into the rotation, to an all-star. The transition game, his ability to use that speed, and then his approach, the work habits, both of those 2 things have been critical to his growth.
Here is Love, following the basket by Fred Van Vliet. Oh, Nance in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, that's the nose for the basketball. Larry Nance, my goodness, what hops on that young guy.
Siakam looking around. That one doesn't drop. Great tee that time from Love.
I was open.
Pass to Garland.
Was
Lots of room. And again, it's Cleveland.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
And so Young will bring it up for the Raptors. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip.
The jump shot just keeps improving from OG Anunoby. Amazing. You put in the time, you get into a nice rhythm.
Now, here's Sexton. He's got 15. And the dunk by Love.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Siakam against Love. And Siakam gets it to go on the assist from Van Vliet. Siakam's got 16.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
The shot. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Garland.
So hard to stay with off the bounce. Darius Garland, such a nice collection of pull-ups.
Oh, and one.
Well, you like how aggressive he is, making a play at the rim against length.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
Young with the steal.
What are you doing?
Passes it to Siakam. Over Love.
Finish the job.
Siakam's shot is off.
Not good enough.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play.
And foul me again.
Good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Raptors have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Now, here's Garland. He's got 13. Allen passes to Garland. Fails to fall. This number 6 now shooting 50%. He's taken 12 shots. Van Vliet wide open. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
Go.
I mean, listen, Fred VanVleet, you can practically close his eyes. That's how comfortable he is.
What are you doing?
Bounce pass Young. Anunoby. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Darius Garland picks one up. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
Guys, you have got to find a way to slow this man down. This is a great timeout.
Garland with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Nance with no one around. Here's Love. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair.
Do it.
The kick out to Young. Deflects the pass. Baines passes to Young. Back to Baines. Just 5 on the clock. Deep, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's his first foul. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
The Cavaliers trail by 17. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Nance passes
they went long without a bucket. Why? Because I keep jacking
to the paint. Here's Garland. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not so unlucky 13 shots. Here's Toronto now. They're on a 14-6 run. Floats it up there for Siakam. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, this is an important part of the defense. We know Van Vliet can knock down big-time shots, but what a pretty pass right there.
Garland, the pass to Allen. Love outside. Kicks it to Garland. Off target with his three.
Garland can't shoot.
Raptors leading by 17.
I didn't even try.
Oh,
come on, man.
15 points in the game. The pass to Garland. Can't get it to go. Shooting 47% on 7 of 15 attempts. Van Vliet passes to Young. Baines dishes to Young. Pass to Anunoby. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Van Vliet. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Van Vliet's got 13. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cavaliers. 19-point game. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And guys, for Colin Sexton, it's really about taking smart shots, because when he does, you can see he's got the ability to catch fire.
And boom, baby! With our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin.
Boom, baby.
The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries.
Oh, why?
Already, academy graduates are
why are you making me do this?
College basketball.
Why are you making me do this? You need a timeout.
NBA players should start.
Why are you making me do this?
League continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters
why are you letting me do this?
who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. Timeout called, Cleveland. A lot of talk about reseeding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other, but ultimately nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all.
You've got to be on exactly the same page to connect on that long of an alley-oop.
Yeah, and even then, it's a tough play. Now, here's Boucher. 5 points in the game, and the shot goes in.
Well, this guy could navigate around a basketball court with the best of them. Kyle Lowry in a catch and shoot, turn the legs out.
And you messed up again.
Sexton grabs the board. The Cavaliers trail by 21. Pass to Kabengele. Birch grabs the board. Birch has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now, here is Young. 18 points for him. To the left side wing. Here's Trent, defended by Sexton. They get the rebound. Got a piece of it. Now Cleveland moving it up. Snatched up. Windler with the bucket. Windler's got 13.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Outside Lowry. Young passes to Birch. Oh, and he picks it off the glass. Wow. Lowry against Sexton. Out to the right wing. Windler. No good on the 3. Raptors leading by 19 points. Pass to Birch. Here's Trent. Down low. And the layup is
I was going to get an alley-oop, but whatever.
Young's got 20.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Outside, Sexton. And Champ gets the whistle that time. That's his first.
Okay. Quarter done. Now 4.
Siakam left side. And Siakam throws it down.
How about the athleticism of Pascal Siakam? So tough to corral when he's going on the dribble drive.
On the court for Cleveland, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Allen is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Nance in at the 3 spot. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The first one falls.
You know what you love about Darius Garland's potential? It's as a scorer in this league, right? Is he's so aggressive. He plays assertively, and that, to me, is the key for young players.
Bounce pass, Young. And there's the pass to Baines. Over Allen. Nance gets the rebound. Nance has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Raptors leading by 13. Inside, Young. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game. 10 for 13.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
Now, here's Garland. Allen passes to Nance. Sexton against Young. Back to Nance. To the inside. Garland, no good.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
That I didn't want to do.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. And that one drops.
Well, speed is such an important weapon for Collin Sexton, and he gets to the mid-range game. Nice.
Siakam passes to Young, lays it up and banks it in. Young's got 24.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
The Cavaliers trail by 15. Pass to Nance.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
The shot, no good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Siakam inside. He's guarded by Love. Siakam misses. Here's Allen, and Allen slams it in.
Well, this guy has got tremendous length and hops. Jared Allen makes it easy.
And Young kicks to Anunoby. Raptors moving the ball around. Van Vliet against Sexton. Van Vliet passes to Young. Count that bucket. 26 points for Champ.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now the feed to Sexton. Here's Allen. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Well, how about the touch inside from Jared Allen? This guy has got such length and mobility. You add that touch, and look out, folks. He's going to be tremendous.
Now, here's Siakam. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 24.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Young against Sexton. Here's Allen. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Here's Young. The Cavaliers pull it in.
Why did I do that?
Love's got 5 rebounds tonight. They double him with Siakam. Pass to Sexton. And here's Love. Back to Sexton.
Shit.
That's in there. Love with the assist. Sexton's got 24 points.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
And it's Baines missing.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Sexton's shot is good.
Well, he's already a good shooter from distance now, and Collin Sexton, a ton of confidence when he starts to stroke that thing.
And here's Young, following Collin Sexton's 3.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They trail by 9 points.
Oh,
with the teardrop, and the layup is up and in. Sexton's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
Back to Van Vliet.
I was like, maybe just shoot it.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. But boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Hangs home the trifecta.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Toronto calls timeout.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Champ.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Now, here's Siakam. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And he knocks down the first one.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
Here's Sexton.
I know what Sexton's trying to do. He's trying to do it by himself.
And stolen by Sexton. That one goes in.
He's shooting the lights out down the stretch, trying to keep them competitive.
Van Vliet kicks to Siakam. Young against Love to the paint. And Siakam gets it to go on the assist from Van Vliet. Siakam's got 14 points now in the second half. Sexton with it. Passes it to Garland. Misses off the left iron.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Oh, no!
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Nance with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Sexton finds Nance. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Raptors with the ball. Raptors leading by 7. Young looking it over. There's the pass to Siakam. Shoots. They get it back. The kick out to Young for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Young's got 32 points.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Here's Sexton after the Raptors pick up 2.
And he's been a force on the glass.
What is Sexton doing?
All game long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals, establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Raptors.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with 1 left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Champ.
Well, I think his contribution clearly came at the defensive end, right? He came up with a bunch of huge steals. He was a menace all night long.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You're going to make me jump ball? Oh, no. I'm too short to do this.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Van Vliet finds Anunoby. Young up top.
I'm dancing.
Puts up a three. It's off. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Olney, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.
Good going. Good going? Heard you killed it. At Nike event yesterday, our contract very filled with work. Stop by my office. But yeah, like I said, we're going with a badge, finisher badge. We decided to do with fancy. Nope. We're going with Gold Showtime. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more. I'm gonna post my videos. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.